Hello, everyone. It's Terry. Yes, that's me. And you are looking at an amazing picture of Margaret Kerry and her wonderful husband, Robert, better known as Bob. Robert and Margaret were here for just a quick visit, about a little over a week, and they are on their way back home now. But I wanted you to see this beautiful picture of them. Margaret getting celebrating her 96th birthday. Beautiful Margaret Tinkerbell, and Robert celebrating his 100th in August. Hello, everybody. It's me, Terri Hardin, pop icon, Disney Imagineer. You name it, I may have done it at some point. Um, I'm known for Disneyland Paris. I'm known for being an Imagineer for quite some time. A lot of sculptures that I've done. And then I've done Ghostbusters, Men in Black. I am a kid of the 90s. I have done a kid of the 90s, not a kid of the 90s. The 90s were my section, if you will. I did dinosaurs. I've done the Foster Farms chicken commercials. You name it. A lot of my life happened in the 90s, also in the 80s with Ghostbusters. And I also did Dune, built the still suits with an amazing team, stunt double for Sean Young, all kinds of wild and crazy fun stuff in my life. Google me, but I will share with you as much as I can. I will share with you as much as can when I can. But let's talk about the amazing Margaret Kerry and her husband. I all this weekend was visiting and appearing with and alongside them. So we started out at an amazing party, and the amazing party. I'm just going to look in my book here because let's see. I had it written down, and I wrote it down just to make it. Yes. So I had. Okay. So here we go. Okay. Forgive me. It's Monday. But I went to this amazing party. Thank you, Doug, for offering your home and for all of the amazing entertainment that you arranged. And there was some beautiful singing. There was amazing improvisation. There was all kinds of fun stuff going on. I saw that Margaret enjoyed it. Bob Gurr was there. I want to show you another great shot here of Margaret. Here's Margaret celebrating as they each had their very own cake to share with everybody here at Doug's Ranch. And you can see how happy they both are. Look at that. They're both really happy. They were a little hoarse because let me just put my picture in the corner. So, hello, everyone. They were a little bit hoarse because they had done Nostalgia Con the weekend before. They had gone to Disneyland for a day at Disneyland. They had gone to the Magic Castle. They were wined and dined all over by various fans and people who love them more than life itself. And I did not wine and dine them, but I did get to attend this beautiful gathering. I was a part of that. And so was Bob Gurr. Here they are being entertained at the event. You can see some tents back there. Terribly hot, terribly dusty. We tended to be shade chasers, except for this group didn't have to be shade chasers. They were shaded well enough. But we became shade chasers, and it was great. So here is the gang posing with, I was not in this picture, but they are, posing with the improv folks. And it was just a fun time to be had by all. I'm a horse person. So being a horse person, I got to see all of Doug's horses. He said he does not board. He owns quite a few horses. And he was explaining to me about his ranch because although I had met Doug at various intervals along the way, I had never got to look behind the door into Doug's life. He's a very busy person too. So we've just been acquaintances, but he's very sweet. He's very kind. And he was telling me Arabians are what he loves. And I could tell that I used to have a quarter horse and I used to have a standardbred. So we talked about that. A little beautiful baby colt, Palomino in color. He was just adorable. And Doug says he's usually shy, But when I went up to the paddock where him and his mom were, he ran right up to me. And I was surprised because a lot of times little baby horses are shy, and sometimes the mothers are very protective of them. And the mother was fine. She was eating right away, and he came right up to me, and it was enchanting. I was glad to hear I was someone that he wanted to come and visit. That made me feel very special. So it was cool. That was Saturday. And it was hot, hot, hot. And I found when I came home, I went right to sleep because I felt exhausted. Drank a lot, ate some food, but it was warm and dusty. But I had a great time. I got to speak with Margaret and chat with Margaret briefly. And then the following day, we were at Walt's Barn. So here I am at Walt's Barn, and with this amazing author, and the what can I say, the forgive me, Margaret was in the background with a huge line, and so again, extremely busy, crazy busy, and just sitting there thinking to ourselves, hey, this is amazing and fun and wonderful, but wow, we are super, super, super busy. So let me just take a minute here. I'm just going to take one little second. That's not what I was looking for. I know. There it is. Anyway, so let me be a little more specific about, and I want to pop this up because I want you to see this. I took a peek at Walt's Barn, and I wanted you to see after Disney book. That's what I looked up, after Disney book, because forgive me, blink. Forgive me, Neil, for not remembering your book. And there's the book here. There it is. And the author, and forgive me for just not getting that correct. It's been a long day. I came home from the barn and again went to sleep. It's been a crazy week. But anyway, seeing Margaret was wonderful. She was in her beautiful spirits, and Bob was too. Like I said, they're both a little bit hoarse, but it was great. But where have I been? Some of you reached out wondering what had happened to me, and I appreciate you all for that. Thank you very much. Very, very much for that. What can I tell you? I was in Cleveland. Yes, I was in Cleveland. And the interesting thing about this is practical. Well, you may have all known this. Practical is not dead. Au contraire, mon ami. Practical is not dead. Practical effects. So I was invited to go to Cleveland to work on a film that wants to do all practical effects, no CGI. Now, I did speak with the amazing director of this film, and he said that he is willing to give certain sequences in the movie that he's directing CGI if necessary, but he's married to most of the movie, hopefully 80 to 95% of it being practical, involving things like audio animatronics, suit, like Country Bears, where you had someone in the suit, which I did, by the way. I was the face for Big Al and did the face for Trixie as well, along with two amazing performers, Denise and John Alexander was Big Al. And then Denise, forgive me, I don't remember your name, but Denise was amazing Trixie. And both of those were amazing performers, along with every performer who did the Country Bears. And so this team in Cleveland wants to do the same thing. They want to create a practical film involving suits and involving puppets and involving practical stuff. Okay, that much I think I'm allowed to say about it. I'm not going to get specific because I'm I have to say that there's a couple of films that are reaching out to me because of my practical building experience. Now, for those of you who are watching me and don't know what practical building experience means, it means taking fabric, fur, foam, servos, radio control, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and building something that someone may wear or puppet perform. Hi, how are you? Or something like this, not writing it. Forgive me. Oh, that's Christy. No, I can't do that. Now I'm broadcasting. Um, thought it was on stun. I'm sorry. But anyway, so this means that what I learned when I was there was that a lot of us that did this for a living in the 90s as well as 2000, and many are still doing some things practically today. I know you've seen them. I know you've heard about these projects that they're doing. Mandalorian had a lot of practical effects in it. As you know, you guys know this. But people are looking and wanting more of the practical effects of days gone by. Let me just say days gone by. Yesteryear sounds really old. But days gone by. So my best friend who has been building in this fashion, she's a practical builder, has been all the time, has not retired, has not moved away. Yes, no, I'm just going to keep going. She is on this project in Cleveland, and she was creating characters for this film, and it looked like the shooting schedule might be adjusted in such a way that she might lose one of the characters that she was very fond of. And let's just be clear. We are fond of everything we build, and we love to do it, and we get excited about it, or we probably wouldn't take the project, right? But a lot of us are retired, or a lot of us have moved away. A lot of us aren't as accessible as we used to be. A lot of us have gone in a different direction, i.e. yours truly. The last time I built a practical suit or assisted on building a practical suit was probably over 10 years ago. So I was very flattered when she called and invited me to come and play with her in Cleveland for this amazing group of people. And just super, super thrilled that I could do it. But let me also be clear that this Saturday is my birthday, and I'm going to be 68. Why is this important? Because if you're out there and you still think that all the things you did when you were in your 20s you can do now, let me tell you that I soon realized that there are a lot of things I can still do at 20. I'm in no way unable to sculpt or draw or paint or move or travel or whatever. I'm doing really, really well. But the physicality it takes to build a big practical suit, well, let's say the alien suit, which was very close to the person's body, or the still suits, which I did for Dune. It took a lot of focus. It took longer hours. You fit them to the actors. Sometimes your mind is working, and your hands are working, and your body is working. So my best friend who has done this all her life and still continues to do it and is amazingly flexible still. She used to be a dancer. I think she's retained a good deal of that dancer flexibility. I believe she can still put her feet behind her head, which I cannot do, never could do it. I could be 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, never able to put my feet behind my head. Let's just be real, okay? So my flexibility was always not like theirs, okay? I danced, but was not a dancer. I was a performer, puppeteer, and protected my body often when puppeteering because of those weird positions that you can get in when you're holding a puppet and performing. So this was very exciting to me because there were a lot of older people people closer to my age working on this project, which was very refreshing and enchanting to me to see these magical people come together and make cool stuff. And it was wonderful. It was wild, but it wasn't easy. It was something that took a lot of brain work and a lot of physicality. Now, luckily for me, my best friend was the one that was driving this particular section that I was helping her with. And she and I had worked like this for years, creating stuff when it was its heyday. And I was happy to see that I could pretty much jump right into it. But one of the things that I also had to realize was that I could not go as fast as she could in this respect because I hadn't done it in a long time. Someone asked me what was the last suit you built. I said, I can't really remember, but I can tell you the last puppet I built was a little grizzly bear for a television show. So puppets in here is kind of what I do, sometimes full figure, like bunraku style. I love bunraku puppets, so I do that. Marionettes I build, design them for shows and people and speakers, and just, if you're someone who just wants a puppet, they're not inexpensive. They are quite an investment, but if you have a show and you need it built and stuff like that, I still do that. In fact, Jim Henson and I were working on a show together, and I would like to revisit that show because he passed before we could really dig our teeth into it. So I would like to, he liked it. So, if Jim Henson likes it, why shouldn't I do this show? So I'm thinking of working on it, pulling it out at some point. But I felt very grateful because I have often said that I want to retire. And if you guys are thinking of retiring or being semi-retired, you know that artists don't really retire. They're more like semi-retired. That's me. I think, and maybe I've asked you this before, but what would retirement look like to you? And what do you think you would do after retirement? These are questions I've asked myself. So the first one is retirement for me looks like no heavy deadlines. No deadlines that are so tight that I can't breathe. And it's my own fault because my husband says, learn to say no. So I'm working on it. But no excruciatingly heavy deadlines. If you pick something, the deadline is out there waiting for you so that you can do it at your pace, a relaxed pace, at a semi-retired pace, if you will. So that's the main thing that I see. And I'm doing that now. I'm doing a few pieces that maybe they want to be launched in November, December, or they need to be launched later in the year. And so I don't have to burn the midnight oil to get them done because they needed to be done yesterday, which is the movie business in a nutshell, or used to be. Those of you who are knee deep, hip deep in the movie business now, you let me know. But I'm still creating figurines and things. I'm still sculpting. I'm painting. It's coming. It's just semi-coming. You know what I mean? Because I still have work. There's still stuff to do that I love. This is what happens, isn't it, when you do what you love? And I am knee deep. I'm all the way up to here. I'm like it's way up here of things that I love to do. And then you see something else that you want to do, and you go, ooh, and you have to watch yourself because I love learning, and that's another challenge, right? So I was with the Cleveland, and then I offered to my best friend a few extra days because it was a bit of a challenge. I had just done the Disneyana event. And for those of you who came to the Disneyana event and contributed to my Children's Hospital of Orange County fundraiser I did at my table on Saturday, thank you. You helped me to raise $1,000, and I love you for it. And so did the Children's Hospital. So thank you. Thank you. I love you for it. Thank you. And then on Sunday, I was able to sit next to the amazing Gunny, who you may remember him as the one who did the flag ceremony for years at Disneyland, and then suddenly was pushed out of that. I don't know how else to say it. Forgive me. And now he does the flag ceremony at the barn. But again, he was like me, where we did this Sylmar event, and then the next day we went to the barn. For me, it was easier because I live in the San Fernando Valley. He lives over in the Anaheim area. Well, why not? You were doing the flag ceremony for Disney. Yes? Yes. So he was there on Saturday, but said it was going to be too taxing on him to go to the barn and he had let the barn know this time. And um, just, I don't know what that even means. Just as excited as I was to be there, but he couldn't go the next day. Now, for him, it would mean coming from Anaheim again. And for me, it's like almost down the street to go. It's not far to get to Griffith Park. It's on my side of the fence. There's the Anaheim, there's Orange County, and then there's LA County, and LA County. So it was easier for me to go. I went. It was wonderful. The barn has always been so gracious towards me as an Imagineer and pop icon. They had a table, and I was able to sit at that table and offer my pin for Disneyland's birthday for people to purchase. And you've seen it on press broadcasts, still available, although they are diminishing. I think maybe I have 100 left out of 350. They've been selling quite well. If you want a picture of it, let me just show you in case you're not aware or you've been busy like me, which the latter is probably the real situation. This is the thing I mean. I'm talking about how busy I am. But let's face it, I've spoken with a lot of you, and you are busy too. This year is crazy busy. And it's funny to see it. Still looking. It's funny to see how tight, crazy, busy it truly, truly is. All right, I'm seeing that I'm going to have to get a little more aggressive with this thing. I've always said to myself, pictures, the picture, I'm sitting here with these pictures, and I say to myself, it's so silly that I'm working so hard with these pictures, because we've started to put them in the books because we're smart, and for some reason it's just whatever. And I'm seeing that it's just not being my friend here either. You're just not gonna show me what I want, are you? Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, well, I was gonna show it to you guys, but for some reason, let me look at recent days, and it's not gonna show me there either. Okay, never mind. And we'll look at what we did for today. Nope, that didn't do it either. We'll just keep looking. Nope. I don't even know why I have that one. Why do I have that one when it doesn't? So weird. So weird. Anyway, guys, tried to find it for you to show you, but you can go on my website and see it. If I can't find it, I'm going to try again to find it here, because I know I had it here and I don't know why it's not here. No, it's not. It's got me completely befuddled. Oh, well, you don't need to see me being befuddled, so I will continue to do my best and see if I can find it at another time. But in any case, it's really a nice pin. It looks like a little card. I put it up there before, and for some reason, it's not popping up or showing itself, which has got me a little frustrated, just to be honest with you. It's just not showing up. So that's really driving me crazy now. That's just craziness. Yeah, I've got my Peter Pan pin from the event, but unfortunately, guys, that pin has sold out. So that was great. That happened at the barn. It sold out. So Chalk is doing quite well. We raised quite a bit of nice, wonderful money for that event, which makes me quite thrilled and happy. And I'm trying one more time to see if I can find it, because it just confuses the heck out of me that it's not here. So weird. Anyway, for whatever reason, it has disappeared from my photo albums. So I will, you know what I'll do here? Let me just do one more thing for you because I'm hell bent on showing you this. So here we go, and I will show it to you. I'm gonna do it this way. Come on, give me. Thank you. There we go. Okay, there it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right. There you go. That is the 70th birthday, Disneyland's birthday pin that I was able to share at the barn. And I feel better now that I got to show it to you. So there it is. You can go to my website, terrihardin.com, and click on the online store in the bar above, and you can purchase it for $25. So there you go. How about that? Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's what's been happening, my friends. I did the Disneyana show. It was fantastic. As usual, got to see my dear friend Tim O'Day and Don Hahn, among so many other people. Got to sit next to Gunny and visit. Met amazing people there, and I highly recommend it. So, yeah, yeah. Plus, now my birthday's coming up. I'm getting ready to pack that full of fun. On July 17th, we're going to be there for the birthday, so we hope you can join us. And August 3rd is the Chalk Walk. So in between, I have a few things I must get done. One of the things that I'm working on is the amazing Mushu. I'm doing a Mushu one-of-a-kind sculpture for a gallery in Simi Valley. I will name everything. I'm going to show you the process because I started with one sculpture idea of Mushu in my head, and now I'm going to go with a different one. And we'll be doing that. More to come. I'm back. I will see you next Monday. Thank you for being so patient. Thank you for being so wonderful. And I will catch you next time. Do something nice for someone else. It'll make you feel a whole lot better. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you before I whisked away? Maybe. But until next time, I'm so glad we had this time together. Anyway, salute to Carol Burnett. Anyway, love you guys. We'll talk soon. And it's good to be back. I had a great time. And now I'm looking forward to speaking with you some more and sharing, getting this channel in a more streamlined way to share with you. Right now, it runs a lot like my brain. So if you like this roller coaster of an adventure, please subscribe and click the bell so you can find out when I get a clue and need to share some more with you. Okay? All right. Hugs and kisses, everyone. If you have questions, please post them in the comments, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye for now.